Yeah, so it's going to be a really exciting conversation. Very much looking forward to it. For sure, the subject of the CAPB and the soap opera that's going on there and the ultimate fate of this 1033 rule is going to come up, and I expect that to be a big point of discussion. Secondly, well, what does that mean going forward for both the policy and the compliance angle? We have many stakeholders in the ecosystem that are thinking this through. So that's going to be a good topic for us to converse on, as well as in the meantime, what can we be doing? What does this mean for the market? And that's going to be probably the most important part of the conversation because open banking as it exists is a product of the market. And so it's very important for participants to continue that discussion and keep that dialogue open. Yeah, so the first thing, and I like to say this and remind people, that we're all ultimately consumers. So there's a demand for this permission data sharing. We as consumers want this, and that's what the market has shown. So regardless of what happens to the rule, that type of activity is going to continue. Secondly, this is really an opportunity. A lot of people think of this as we have to do all these compliance exercises, we have to make data available, but they aren't thinking that they can also receive data. I think that's especially important for traditional financial institutions to bear in mind. This is as much an opportunity to act as a data recipient as it would be an obligation to share data when there's consent with a third party. And then ultimately, I think even though consumers are driving this activity, there may be some things they don't pay as much attention to that really kind of happens behind the scenes. And that's really something that will have to come from the participants in the ecosystem. Those are things like privacy, information security, just kind of back office things. So safety and soundness, it might be a little bit boring compared to some of the technology and innovation topics, but it's really integral to the financial products and services. Well, very simply because permission data sharing isn't going away. Everything that we have today exists because of the market. This has all been built up. All of the APIs, all of the use cases, all that exists before a single compliance date under any regulation. And I think that's important because we've built up so much as an industry. We get caught up in what's happening with the CFPB and the regulation, and that is really fascinating. I know that's going to come up at the convention. But nonetheless, ultimately, the important thing is for the market to figure this out. And different parts of the ecosystem are going to be there. And sharing, the different perspectives is going to be important. We're all from different areas of the ecosystem, banks, credit unions, fintechs, data aggregators. But ultimately, we all share certain foundational characteristics.